This is Fred Beck from Fred Beck Fighting. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by the first time ever in person by Greg Marriott. So Greg, we last caught up in August. How have you been in that time?
I've been good. It's been a bit, I'm saying, quiet. Not a lot of things happening, to be honest with you. After Billy Joe, I think after if you do a big camp like that, you need 6 months rest. But no, I've been good. We've been doing a few things with a few amateurs, MTK, and a few up and coming pros. So it's been good. I've been well. Thank you.
Yeah, I can imagine you need a lot of downtime after the Billy Joe Saunders Canelo fight. So you come down here from Sheffield today to the Liam Williams Chris Eubank presser. How long was the journey down here in London?
Only 2.5 hours on train. To be fair, usually we go in car, but it's so easy. We actually went to the wrong hotel, like I've just told you. So we're a bit late here, but it weren't our fault. Wrong information, but it is what it is. But we're here now.
So you didn't get like a Bentley or limo down, just
normal train, standard. That's how we roll.
not even a first class train, just normal seats.
Not first class at all. No. We tried to, then we got moved. So
yeah, everyone tries that, don't they? All right, so let's just touch on the fight. How do you think Liam Williams approaches this fight, and do you think this is the biggest fight of his career?
I mean, with Andrade, I think obviously for that fight it was a world title, and obviously I think that's added pressure. But with this one, it's more of a, like I said, a grudge match, which you said before. He was supposed to have a fight, and it kind of fell through. So he come to me in shape anyway. You know what I mean? So for me, he's midweight already, kind of thing. So I can actually feed him. It's not like he's having to get a bit of weight off. He's right there. So we've got a good 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks, a good training, be able to feed him properly. So he'll come into this fight, tip-top condition. I know everyone says that, but he will. He's not having to lose that weight. So I think for this one, it's going to be different for the world title for Andrade. It's going to be more. I'm not saying more up for it, but he knows for this one, if he loses this one, where's he go from there, kind of thing. So it's like win at all cost. So I think he'll do the job. There is a game plan there. I think Chris does struggle with, like Liam said, anyone that can move. If you're going to go in there and just stand toe to toe, he will punch holes in you, like he said, and it's true. But he does struggle with anyone that's kind of got some movement. And Liam can box. I know he is tough, and he loves having a toe to toe. But Dominic has tried to train that out of him because it has hurt him in the past, which Chris has said. But he's a different fighter now, Liam.
Do you imagine it? Obviously, Liam thinks he'll probably most likely go a distance. I think most people do. Do you imagine the last kind of 4 rounds of the fight, 8 to 12, will kind of be a scrap or dogfight in a way?
8 to 12, let's talk about 1 to 4. I think the fight will be won and lost in the first 4, to be honest. Depending on how Liam obviously approaches the fight and how Eubank does. I think if Liam gets Eubank's respect early, I think we're a bad night for Eubank. I think it could puzzle him, and then, kind of get caught with daft shots. But then again, if Liam starts aggressively and tries to gain that respect and it goes a bit wrong and he can't get in his flow, then I think obviously, Eubank could take over. So for me, it is 50-50, but it's whether I say first half at fight is going to be won or lost. So I can't really talk about last half, but I think it was the first 6 that do actually get a bit like that, especially after the first 3. Once they've settled in, I think you'll see fireworks from 3 rounds onwards.
Yeah, certainly. That's not a pay-per-view as well, which is even better. Last time we spoke in October, I brought up Kell Brook, and you said it's going to be out in October. So far, we haven't heard anything from Kell Brook. What can you tell us?
What can I tell you about Kell Brook? Nothing. But what I can tell you is nothing. No. We're supposed to be out in October and supposed to be out in December, but now there is a big fight looming in February. So I don't know what that is. Yeah.
We might need to move the interview somewhere else. Should we go across the other side? All right, other side of the room. All right, we'll pick back up then. All right, and then so apparently Kell Brook signed his side of the deal for the Khan fight. Any news on Amir? You think it's going to be Amir in February, basically, but obviously you can't really say.
Put it this way, Kell Brook is probably going to fight in February, and it's the only fight that Kell wants. What's going to happen? So February, massive fight, and to be fair, he's in some kind of shape already. I was actually working with him for the last 12 weeks, you know. And then we've got postponed, so he's just coasting. So to be honest, he's in good shape now, and I think that's why Khan's a bit fearful. You know, I know he's always said he's going to sign, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and I don't think that he thought that Kell was in the kind of shape he was. You know, so when I think he saw that he was on it, you know, obviously that's why we probably said, oh, he didn't sign the fight. So hopefully, you know, God willing, that it is going to happen in February, because it's been a long time coming, and a lot of people saying that, you know, it's past its sell-by date. It might have been for a massive, like what was on at stake, but still, I think when that fight happens, people are still going to get involved. They're saying they're not, but they will.
I think it'd be one of those things where everyone kind of complains about it until 3 days before the fight, when everyone tunes in to watch it at the end of the day. And just one more fighter from the Ingle stable, Kid Galahad. Your thoughts on the fight?
Do you know what? I've known Barry for a long time, and his dedication to the sports. I don't know Canelo. No, I never knew Floyd, but I can say it's probably on that kind of par. And he is different. He's a different animal. He's different. But has he got the talent that Billy and Kell have got like that? No, that's why he works so hard. But on that night, I'm still speechless. I don't know what to say. You know, I have spoke to him myself. Spoke to him. He was in the gym on Monday, training twice, and I just said, you know, I asked him what happened. He just said he lapsed concentration. You know, I think it was because it was that easy. Not the opponent, not the fight, the way he approached the fight and the way it was going. I think he thought it was, easier than it was an easy night's work. I even said ringside, you know, this can go on all night like this kind of thing. And then when that happened, I was like, wow. And it only takes one shot, you know. Kiko Martinez, this ain't he's an old man, he's 35, but listen, in boxing, you know, it only takes one punch, and it unfortunately it did happen. But Barry will 100% be back, and he'll beat him. All right, he will 100% beat him when on the rematch. It's gonna have to be in Spain, obviously, rematch clause, and then will he vacate? More than likely.
So there will be a rematch at featherweight. You're the perfect person to ask about this because you're a nutritionist. Just how much does kind of Barry struggle with that weight?
I mean, I asked him after the fight. I never asked him while he's doing that. I asked him after the fight. I says, you know, what did you feel like? You know, and he just said it's never easy, but it's never really, you know, in the last 2 years, it's never really got that hard where he's thinking, oh, this is too hard. You know, it's just like every other fight. But I should imagine once he's beat Kiko Martinez on the rematch, you know, he will vacate, and then obviously he'll be mandatory for the higher belt, which I think he's probably going to need to do anyway. You know, so I just think that his attitude towards the sport, you know, he'll be back. You know, some people get discouraged like that when they get hurt like that and they can't come back from it. For 1 minute, I don't think Barry's going to be that person. So I think you'll see Barry just rise again, and that'll just be a dip in his career.
Yeah, it's very impressive. He's in the gym on Monday, win or lose. But right, Greg, we'll catch up soon then, mate. Thanks for your time in person.
Good man.
Awesome.